Welcome to All About Videography. My name is Dor Levy. Today I would like to introduce you to the Weeylite Ninja 400. It is a bicolor COB LED light purposed to be after the pro market. And what I mean by the pro market, it looks like different manufacturers categorize their COB LED lights by pro light and affordable light. The Pro series has an external controller box, and the affordable one, the controller is integrated to the light. A good example will be the Godox VL series and the Aperture D series as a Pro light, and the Aperture Omron and the Godox SL60 as an affordable light. In this review, I will go over the ins and out of the Ninja 400. I'll compare it to the Godox VL150 as a reference, and I will put it to the test. Specs: CRI is 95, color temperature is 2500K to 8500K, brightness is 0 to 100%, max illuminance is 3570 lux from 2 meters, 6 groups and 19 channels. Now the Ninja 400 comes in a carrying case. In the case you will find the light with a reflector, a power supply, a power cable, a DMX cable, a controller box, a controller hanging strap, remote control, and a carrying belt. Now, the Ninja 400 carrying case compared to the Godox VL carrying case is wider and shorter and looks more compact. Here the light is stored with the reflector installed, and there is a support from the bottom and the top to make sure the reflector will not bend. The carrying case is durable. It has hard plastic shells surround the case. The bottom and the top of the case are padded material. Inside the lid you will find a net pouch with a zipper. You can carry the carrying case either by handles or a carrying belt. At the bottom of the case you will find 4 risers to protect the bottom of the case. Going over the light itself does not have any controller or a display. It also does not have an umbrella mount like the VL150. Not a big of a deal. Most of us will probably use it with a softbox. The only thing on the light is the 5-pin DMX controller plug input, which is on the back of the light. On the back we also have a 3-finger grip. Compared to the VL150, the VL150 grip is wider and more comfortable to hold. At the bottom and the top of the light you will find heat dissipation vents. The bottom one is the fan air duct, so air that's sucked from the bottom vents dissipated through the top vents. In the front of the light there is the bone mount quick release lever. By the way, this is probably the easiest lock and unlock quick release I ever used on a bone mount. It is effortless to lock the reflector and to take it out. Fan noise. The fan noise is pretty quiet for the most part. At 50% intensity, it took 8 minutes for the fan to kick in. Fan noise almost none. 60% to 90% there is a minor increase in fan noise. 100% is some noisy. Now I will let you listen to it. I'm not going to increase the gain in post. I want you to hear the microphone picks noise as if you had to set an interview. I'm about 35 inches from the microphone, and the microphone is about 4 feet from the light. 50%. Moving to the yoke, it is a metal U-shaped yoke with an Arri roset locking mechanism. Rotation is almost 360, but it cannot make a complete loop like the VL150 yoke. The best part of the yoke, in my opinion, is how it locks. Simply as that. Lock, unlocked. And I have to say it does a great job. When it locks, it's locked, no free play. And it makes life much easier, and I wonder how no one thought about it before. At least I did not see it on any other light. Now, if you're concerned the locking mechanism will fail with time, then you shouldn't. All the load is on the gears, so when the gears are pushed together, there is no load on the locking mechanism. This is a bow and mount light, which is pretty much industry standard for most COB lights. Plenty of accessories to work with this light. By the way, the Ninja does not come with a COB cover, but you shouldn't be worried about it. There is a lens protector on the COB chip. The light build quality is very good. It is made of aluminum alloy and plastic material. The plastic is the handle grip, the back panel, and the frame in the front of the light. Size and weight, it is a bit smaller than the VL150 and much lighter. And it's probably due to the heatsink size on the VL150. The reflector feels durable. I don't see it bend easily unless it falls on the floor, obviously. Now, the reflector rattle when you move the light, and this is something that they need to improve. Next is the controller box. It is 5 by 8.5 inches. When you look at it next to the VL150 controller, it looks much bigger. Now, the controller is made of aluminum alloy but to the top and bottom. On the front panel, there is a display, 3 buttons, and a dial. On the display, you can see the battery level. Now, something to note about the battery level. It comes on also when a DC input powers the light. Next on the display is the Kelvin temperature, dimmer percentage, channel and group, and power and group in the DMX mode. The first button is the power button, then we have the set button. The set button is to toggle between the DMX control, which is the power and channel, and the Bluetooth control, which is the channel and groups. Now with the DMX you can daisy chain multiple lights and control each individual light through the controller. It sounds like channel and group, but there is much more to a DMX system. Now regardless, I don't think this is something videographer can benefit from. The third button is the select button to toggle between the dimmer and Kelvin temperature and to toggle between channel and group in the Bluetooth and channel and power in the DMX. Last is the dial to change the parameters, dim the light, and change the Kelvin temperature. At the back of the controller box, we have a VMount plate with a quick release button. On top, there is a 3-pin DC output plug and a 5-pin DC input plug. There's also a strap with a buckle to mount the controller to a stand or a yoke. And at the bottom, we have the DMX in and out plugs. Now, the controller box does not have a fan for heat dissipations. Instead, it has vents on top, bottom, and back. Now, I found the power brick to the controller cable to be a bit short. It is just shy of 4 feet long. On the VL150, it is 6.7 feet. Now, the challenge will be to hang the controller on a stand and still keep the power brick on the floor. On the other hand, the light to the controller cable is about 8 feet, so it looks like they designed the controller to be on the floor rather than hanging it on a stand. Next, the Ninja can be controlled with both remote control and an app. The remote is compact but still comfortable to hold in the hand and comfortable to operate. Also, the display is big enough to see and change the parameters. The remote is the master, which means the remote sync with the controller, but the controller does not sync with the remote. The app I really like. It has all you need to control the light and more. With the app you can turn off and on the light, dim the power, and change the temperature. The app also gives you 6 presets and 1 custom preset. What also nice about the app is if you have other Weeylite lights, for example this RGB light, you can control both lights from the same app. Now I did not experience any bugs whatsoever with the app. It works like a charm. What I did experience is a conflict between the remote and the app. They cannot work together. The remote control is losing control over the light. Every change in intensity is causing flickering and loss of control. So to avoid that, just make sure the app is closed and then use the remote control. Remote control and app connectivity. Well, the remote is much better. Let's say I couldn't get it not to work regardless where I was in the house, the second floor, in a room. As far as I can get in the house, it always worked. The app, on the other hand, stopped working after 20 feet. So if you're not planning on controlling the light from the bathroom, then the app should work for you great. Power-wise, even though it is 150 watts, it does not output 150 watts like the Godox VL150. The Godox VL150 is about 3 times more powerful, and this is because the Ninja 400 is a bicolor. As well, they claims for 3570 lux from 2 meters. I got exactly 3000 lux from 2 meters. Max intensity was 7400 Kelvin. With that said, I tested it with a 47-inch dome softbox from 8 feet away. I had the ISO to 350, aperture f2.8, and I got perfect exposure. Here it is on 5600K, 100% intensity, and here it is on 3200K, also 100 intensity. For me, it was a big surprise. I did not expect it to feel such of a big softbox. So I would not consider this light powerful light. I think it is an excellent for interviews, but it is definitely not to lead a large room like the VL150. Another thing to mention regarding the power output is the dimmer. It is advertised as 100% to 0%, but in reality, it is 100% to 10%. The dimmer is accurate. There is a drop in intensity on any increments. So the Ninja 400 is like having two SL60 lights. One is warm light and the other one is a cold light. Now where it shines the most is shooting seated interviews. Build quality is excellent, nice large display on the controller, great app, and an Arri roset locking mechanism that does that. No needs to do this. If you're interested in the Weeylite Ninja 400, I will leave a link in the description. So that's about it. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to this channel to see more detailed video like this one. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and click the like button. Please leave a comment for any questions and critique you might have. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.